Chair, I think let me first agree with General Masemola that we have identified a serious legislative gap in respect of the protection of whistleblowers. And indeed, the Department of Justice did send us the whistleblower protection bill as part of the legislative program. So, Chair, we agree with the General. General, I think let's start yesterday. Yesterday, something unprecedented happened. A chief of staff called the entire nation to a press briefing. We have never seen it before. So I want to check if in the service do you have internal communication protocols, or it's a Vula's book kind of a situation?
Thanks, Honorable Chair and members. We do have communication protocols. We have a policy, national instruction on communication, which says exactly who should communicate. It's normally members that are appointed to do communication. In each province, there is one head office, there is also, and national commissioner and provincial commissioners also can communicate, and of course other members like your deputy national commissioners. So there is a regulated space.
Okay, that's fine. Let's not persuade further. I think Mr. Ngabende will also come to testify at talk. Who is Brigadier Litego? Do you know a person by the name of Brigadier Litego?
Litoko.
Yeah, Litoko.
Oh, sorry. He's a chief of staff in my office, Honorable Chair.
What would be your reaction if General Sibiya comes to the ad hoc committee and testify that on the 3rd of January 2025, he received a letter written by Brigadier Litego to him, instructing him to proceed with the dissolution process of the political killings testing? What would be your reaction to
that? Yeah, Honorable Chair and members, my response will be that the chief of staff in my office sent the letter, the directive from the minister to the deputies, which is Lieutenant General Msikidi, was acting as National Commissioner by then, and also sent to Lieutenant General Sibiya to say, yes, do attend to it.
Is there no letter written from your office by your chief of staff to the Deputy National Commissioner of Police, Lieutenant General Sibiya, that instructs him directly? I'm not talking about the letter from the minister that could have been transferred. I'm talking about a letter that deliberately instructs your deputy to proceed. It was on the 3rd of January 2025, to proceed with the dissolution process and the report on the 14th of January 2025. Is there no such a letter?
Honorable Chair, I do agree. I say the chief of staff in my office did send a directive to both the deputies that they attend to the minister's letter. However, I'm on record to have said that between that time and until when I arrived back in the office, nothing has been done by that time. And the letter that General Sibiya brought on the 14th and the 15th, Honorable Chair, that's the two letters I nullified. Whatever he might have received, nothing wrong. Let's take it for a moment that he received that directive and he did what he did. Come the 14, come the 15. The same letter that he have, I tell him that I am not subscribing to this. So stop doing this and leave it, get out of it. Don't do it anymore. I will do it myself. So directive be given on the 2nd or 3rd, Honorable Chairperson. I come the 14, yes, he says, National Commissioner, Minister says we must dissolve the PKTT. Here is an instruction signing so that we dissolve. I look at it and says, no, we don't do it this way. Honorable Chair, you would recall yesterday, I even explained how we, the interaction of that day when he told me this House Scorpions, the way the directive is, this House Scorpions was dissolved, so it's in order. Then I told him why we can't do it, and that let's not do it this way. It's not my way of doing it. I'm going to do it differently, and I explain how it should be done. Phase approach, winding down, and go and come up with that plan. Come the 15, he come with the letter. Well, I must say, I never read the whole of it, but at glance I saw again immediate disbandment. And I said, no, you know what? Leave this matter, don't do it anymore. I will do it myself. So whether there was a directive from my office on the 1st or 2nd to him, that doesn't matter because nothing happened in that period. Whatever he have done
But
during that period,
the 3rd one.
whatever he have done in that period, the product of that's what came to me on the 14th. And on the 14th, I told him what to do, which he went to do with the assistant of another employee of the service. He came back on the 15th. Again, I said, seems you don't understand what I'm saying. Leave this matter, get out of it. So whether the directive on the 2nd, I don't deny it. I said it is standard that whenever such matter come to the office of National Commissioner, it will be directed to the relevant offices.
Okay. So did you authorize the letter of the 3rd?
Did I?
Did you authorize the letter of the 3rd of January?
Honorable Chair.
Or how is the communication from your office being get authorized? Or anyone can write a letter and send it without having checked with the principal if this letter should be sent in this form?
No, like when I'm here now, the work hasn't stopped in my office. Whatever comes there, they will channel it to the relevant people that are supposed to do the work.
So whoever was in your office when you were on leave authorized the letter?
Yeah, they send it to the relevant offices.
Okay, let's walk down to section 207, subsection 2 of the Constitution, which gives you a legal duty and a constitutional obligation to exercise control and manage the police service in South Africa. Now, where do you think that the exercising control and managing of the police service screws may have been loosened? Because now at the disposal of the people of South Africa is a service that is in limbo, is a service that is at war with itself. So where do you think that you may have missed it somewhere to manage? I hear that you say you did your best to manage and mitigate this situation. Maybe can you take us through this best you did to manage, control the police service so that it does not spiral in this manner? So what efforts were made by the National Commission?
Well, thanks, Honorable Chair. I wouldn't know exactly which area are you referring to when it comes to managing control. I think I did what I was supposed to do. After the directive was received, I expressed my view in terms of how I view the matter should be treated. And I submitted that report to the minister. And so I don't see where I missed to manage. I don't foresee that I can't be held responsible for the actions of the minister and any other. I did my work, I investigated crime, we discovered crime, we're investigating it. So I think I did manage.
Okay, but paragraph 4.1.1 of the terms of reference of the ad hoc committee directs us to investigate whether there is political interference in the police service. Is there political interference in the police service, according to what you have experienced as the National Commissioner?
Yeah, well, my my experience will be that in as far as this specific directive of the 31st of December 2024 is concerned, yes, there was interference where the minister then gave that directive without, well, he might have applied his mind, I don't know, but when you apply your mind based on facts. So I take that as interference because he didn't have facts that have led him to decide. What I heard yesterday from the senior counsel to say he would say receive complaints about PKTT, receive reports from Meriti Haas and all those others. Those are not reasons that can make you disband a team. That I would say yes, sounded is a I regard it then as an interference, because should he have come to want to understand anything about the team, that could have been a different situation altogether. Get a briefing, understand, he put his problems forward, we give responses, and he then can give a directive, or we jointly find a solution.
Okay. So, along this interference process, you take General Sibiya to a leave of absence or something like that. He takes you to court. You depose an affidavit to the Pretoria High Court that, amongst other things that it raises, is that actually the minister has got a legal obligation to oversee the police service and its units and task teams. Are you aware of those, the contents of that affidavit?
Yeah, I might not remember everything of that affidavit, but yeah, I take it is there.
Okay, but do you get the fact that the affidavit says something different to what you are saying now in terms of the political interference?
I do take the point of the honorable member, Chair, that he says that's what that affidavit is saying.
Okay.
No, there's no doubt.
Okay, your CV suggests that you have at some point led you headed in intelligence operations. And amongst what the main witness, General Mkhwanazi, alleges here under oath is that the letter itself in its nature is an ammunition to stop reforms in the crime intelligence. Because part of what it asserts is that there must be the filling of vacancies in the crime intelligence must be halted completely in all levels. So he has got a strong view that the letter itself is to stop the reforms. Are you aware of these reforms in the crime intelligence the general is talking about?
We won't read
What
it.
is your view on
Okay,
the
thank you
reforms?
so much.
Thank you, Chair.
Well, thanks, Honorable Chair. You would recall, Honorable Member, that I did say after the divisional commissioner took over in that division, myself and the former minister and the divisional commissioner, we did agree on reforms within the space of crime intelligence. So, and General Kumalo was busy with those reforms in terms of we're transferring people and trying to bring other people so that we reform the environment.
Okay. So on the 31st of December 2024, the minister writes a letter to you or your office. Now, the main witness alleges that the letter itself was not authored by the minister, nor was it authored by anyone in the police service, because there was a back and forth of the contents of the letter. Are you aware of that allegation?
Well, I heard that from General Mkonazi, but I can't be a witness to that. I don't know, but I heard him saying that.
Okay. The PKTT's term of office was supposedly 6 months. When is it expiring?
As long as there is work, as long as politicians get killed, I will sustain it and have it.
Okay. What is the process of extending the term of office of any task team in the police service? Is there a process, or is just the National Commissioner takes a decision as long as there is an assessment to it?
No, the process, normally, sometime when you start, you might give it, say the task team should be for 6 months or a year. You give it a period with a view that they must deal with the problem that you identified. If it's a specific crime, they deal with it. When they finish, then the task team is dissolved. So normally how we renew, the people that are doing the work, they will write a motivation to say they ask for extension for a month or 2 or 3 or 6 and give the reasons why. And that will be assessed. Some teams will be assessed by the body called National Crime Combating Forum, which consists of operational divisions at head office, and they will approve at that level. Or if it's a team that gets approved by National Commission, they will send for approval to the National Commission.
Okay. General Mkwanas also mentions to the ad hoc committee that amongst the 121 case dockets that were taken to the head office, one amongst them is that of Namhla from Tata. I'm sure you'll recall the Justice for Namhla campaign. So if that's the case, then would we say that SAPS actually characterized the brutal assassination of Namhla as a political killing? And what is the status of the docket now? Has the removal impacted the fact that there's no one arrested today?
Thanks, Honorable Chair. No, the political killings task team, as you are aware, they were doing the work in the province of KZN. But I am on record to have said that when we went to Fort Hare with the then minister, and we saw that there is a problem, well, of murder cases, but not necessarily alone, we enlisted the political killings task team to go and help there. So the fact that they took Namhla's docket is not to say we classified as political killing. All we wanted was, we wanted people that can be able to resolve the case. That's how the team went. And the team did work on the docket until they were interdicted. That's one matter that where we don't understand how the judiciary came into being. The certain people went to High Court, they interdicted the team on that case for other reasons and for almost a year. But the docket is back with the team. I might not precisely say where it is now, but it's back to be investigated.
Okay. So I think the interdict will maybe assess it in the in-camera arrangement. I think the general does not want to give us deeper detail on it now in a public platform. I think we can attend to that later. It's no problem.
Through you, Honorable Chair, the interdict, the best person would be General Kumalo who can give that. But I know that somebody came forward with an interdict, but later we are on with.
Okay. No, that's fine. General, is it your evidence that political killings are still prevalent in South Africa? And therefore, that makes the letter of the 31st of December 2024 unwarranted in terms of the purpose that which the political killings task team was formed for?
Yes, I do agree that they are still prevalent, Honorable Chair.
Okay, that's fine. Then the letter comes. Part of the provisions contained in the letter is the fact that political killings task team must be disbanded immediately. And General Mkhwanazi makes exception of the immediately part. So, apart from that, you choose to design a program, a smooth program that will make you arrive at an ultimate dissolution. So, is it your concession that the problem with the letter is the immediate part of the dissolution of the PKTT?
No, Honorable Chair, the problem is not the immediate. The letter itself is a problem. Yes, the whole letter is a problem, not the immediate. But what I chose was not to do it immediate, but do it my way. And remember, Honorable Chair, I did say that this letter was a directive and not a request. And at that time, I had my doubts as to circumstances surrounding this letter, why it came. And that time, I was not in a privileged position, Honorable Chair, like the honorable members now. You have both sides. You have the before and after. Myself, when those things were happening, I only had the before. I didn't really know what is this. I suspected that this irregular, illegal, but not really having facts. Thanks.
Thank you, General. So part of what you say in your statement is that part of what makes you disagree with the approach of dissolving the PKTT is the fact that there was no report solicited in terms of the performance of the task team. There was no consultation with the sister departments that which constitute the PKTT. You will understand that it's not only it's SAPS. So in the process of developing a winding off approach or plan, did you consult the head of the crime intelligence, the head of the National Prosecuting Authority, the head of Hawks?
Well, the Hawks were not really more involved in this matter, and the NPA, yes, I did speak to the national director informally, but the reason why I didn't want to consult wide on this matter is because, remember, I haven't reached a point where I'm saying this team should be resolved. That point were not reached, and this plan of disbandment of the minister was not yet finalized, not yet approved.
But General, you said the reason why the political task team, the political killings task team is still standing on its feet is because the minister did not sign the plan, not because there was no interest on dissolving the PKT.
Yes, on my side, there was no interest to dissolving the team, and on his side, the FNE had signed. So I didn't see a reason that I should go wide. I informally spoke to the national director that there is this thing, and but the head of intelligence, well, he was part of it.
Okay. The main witness has got a very strong view that the decision to dissolve or the intention to dissolve the political killings task team had really nothing to do with what was written in the letter. He has got strong views that it was externally influenced. And he mentions a lot of people, some inside the service, some outside the service. What is your view on that?
I do agree, Honorable Chair. Remember, I also said, I'm on record to have said that after the search of Mr. Matlala's house, the arrest of Mr. Matlala in May, the team untangled the real motive. That's true what he is saying, and I also said the same yesterday, today, and again, I'm still saying, yes, it's true. We now know that the motive was just not that the team is no more adding value. There's a bigger picture on that.
Okay. Then you hold a meeting, yourself, the minister, and General Khumalo, to take him through, and amongst those were intelligence-related matters. And you make an assertion that part of your team members, including your Deputy General Sibiya, has been compromised. Has been compromised on the basis that they are now linked to criminal syndicates. How is General Sibiya linked to those criminal syndicates, in your view, or in your knowledge?
Honorable Chair, I think, well, that is still a subject of investigation. I might say one thing today, and it changes tomorrow.
That's fine. That's fine. We can take that, Chair. Now, you give an instruction after the 14th of January to Sibiya, your deputy, to leave issues relating to the dissolution of the PKT to you. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, beyond that instruction or directive you give him, he continues to play part in writing letters for the dissolution and making plans for the dissolution of the PKT. Do you not take that as defiance?
I did call him to say he must stop doing that, which he was doing, yes. Hence, I eventually end up taking steps.
Okay, what steps did you take? Was the only steps we know were taken were after the 6th of July? What steps were taken from January when you were defied by your junior?
When I became aware of those letters, I did call him in to say, I did say, leave the matter to me, I'm attending to it. So I did rebuke him for that.
But he defied to give the matter to you, General. That's what I'm saying. And after that defiance, what steps were taken by the principal in disciplining or effecting consequence management to his junior? Because all we know now, all what is in our disposal, is that General Sibiya, your deputy, was only suspended or taken to leave after the 6th of July, which is the press briefing by General Mkhonazi. So between January and July, you were defied blatantly by your junior. What did you do about that?
Well, that time, as I said, Honorable Chair, I did call him, I think, more than once to say, stop this. And for me, it was like, yes, he will stop. But on the other side, the minister was talking to him directly. That's another angle. But for me, I did say, no, he must stop what he was doing.
Okay. Okay, let's leave it like that, General.
Okay.
You in your statement, you make mention, I think it's paragraph 63. You make mention of a disciplinary hearing. I think Honorable Sokanyele did ask you about that. A disciplinary against General Khan. I didn't get what now becomes the status of General Khan in the South African Police Service. And the reason I'm asking this, General, is that General Mkhonazi keeps on mentioning General Khan as part of the center of this fracas the service finds itself in now. So what then becomes the status of employment of General Khan in the South African Police Service?
Well, as I said earlier, Honorable Chair, the disciplinary case against him was finalized, and he was found not guilty. And it was him, General Mkhonazi, who was the chairperson presiding over that matter, and he cleared him, and he is still working in crime intelligence.
Okay, no, that's fine. Well, he was cleared. That's the report.
That's correct, Honorable Chair.
Now, you find yourself in a very pressing situation as a national commissioner. You receive a letter from the immediate principal, which is the executive authority. Now, along the way, you find that you are unable to get yourselves into into an agreement in respect of what must happen in the PKTT status. Now, your appointing authority is the President of the Republic of South Africa. Have you made means to engage the President into making him understand the importance of not dissolving the PKTT? I'm asking this because you say the President has agreed that the plan to dissolve is correct. But General Mkhonazi have got a different understanding of the attitude of the President towards the dissolution, because he says the President in Northern Cape made public assertions that the political killing system is working very well and no need to touch it and all those things. So what was the reaction of the President to the fact that there is this calamity between yourself and the minister?
Thanks, Honorable Chair. I did said it before earlier in this House, Honorable Chair, but I'll repeat it again. I say the president was taken aback when I informed him about this. And I said to the president that my view was this shouldn't be disbanded, but if ever it has to be done, Mr. President, shouldn't be done the way of Minister Mkulu of immediate. That was in February when I saw the president, which the president says, okay, I think yes, what you are saying makes sense. So you just have to understand what I said. I said to him, this team, I think it should not be disbanded, but if ever it has to be done, should be done the following. So that's how we engaged.
Okay. Let's walk down to the Medicare 24 tender. The minister finds that there is no progress in terms of the work it was supposed to be doing and orders you to terminate. You correctly start a process arrangement that at least there must be a process to that decision. Correctly so. So you instruct the internal audit team to do an investigation. Then in January 2025, the investigation comes and it points out serious irregularities in the appointment process. Then what consequence management was effected to those who were part of the bid committees and the final signatory to the appointment?
Thanks, Honorable Chair. Well, the report that you are referring to, Honorable Member, was a preliminary report, and the final report came in April. And after the final report, I terminated. And yes, I did want to take immediate actions against these members. But the experts within the field advised me that no, let's do a forensic audit. That forensic audit, I received a progress report about a week ago to say they are about to finish, and it will be right and best that we allow this forensic audit because it will tell us exactly what went wrong and who's involved. And only with that report, we can then take departmental steps. Because if we start taking steps with this ordinary audit report, we will run the risk that later people might start mentioning or implicating other people, which if we did the audit, the forensic audit would have alluded to that. So as soon as this is finalized, Honorable Chair, yes, we're going to take drastic steps against those involved.
Okay, I'm going to ask you three questions. It's my last questions, General. General Mkhwanazi asserts in this artwork that the letter itself and the transfer of dockets was a missed target. Was a missed target by people who actually thought that is the PKTT that is investigating the drug cartels in Gauteng. Maybe will tell us your understanding on that matter. But he further expands and say, part of the reasons why they had to enhance the work in Gauteng, deploying 10 members of the PKTT to do the work was that the police management in Gauteng has collapsed. Has collapsed because those that which are expected to run after the criminals are actually drinking and dining with those criminals in Gauteng. And the last issue is that he says the issue relating to the arrest of General Khumalo is not a credible or meticulous policing related issue. It's a project. So he says General Khumalo is a project of the people who wants investigations, particularly in Gauteng, to be halted? What's your view on those three issues?
Yeah, thanks, Honorable Chair. Before the arrest of Mr. Matlala, even General Mkonazi wouldn't have said that. We all we all got that after the team have analyzed the phone and we came to that. And well, the call for assistance from the political killings task team to come and assist Gauteng at that time was solely based on the fact that we wanted the expertise of the political killings task team. As we have seen in Fort Hare, where we think we have a problem, I enlist them. When in KwaZulu-Natal we had the problem of killing of traditional leaders, then we also enlist their assistance. So even there in Gauteng, we wanted their skill. It was during the process of investigation when they start uncovering these matters, uncovering that there is some members, some police in Gauteng that seems to be compromised, and they uncovered all the rest. And that's when then we registered this project of Gauteng counterintelligence to investigate the whole thing. So that is the investigation that's in the process. The arrest of Khumalo, I wouldn't want to venture much into discussing an arrest. All I know is that he was arrested for employing him and the team. They were arrested for employing somebody from BMW to a post in crime intelligence. The person, I think, was earning 1.1 million and employed in crime intelligence, where he'll be earning 1.2 million. And the process, according to me, was fair. And I did get a report from IDEC after the arrest. I tasked somebody to internally investigate that matter for discipline purpose. The report came to me to say there is no case based on what they find. The process looks legit. And I did clear them. I did inform them that we don't find a misconduct in this thing.
Thank you, General. Thank you, Chair. I'm sure I'm still left with some minutes, but I'm done.
Thank you so much, Honorable Ngola.
Sure, I would be honest.